All right, guys. Um, I think we should be live now. At least that's what I see here. Let's see. Let's wait that some people join us and see if you can hear me well and see me well. We had a bit of um technical issues before, but I guess now everything should be working fine. Wait for a couple more seconds, and then it or we can begin with this live call. Cool, cool, cool. All right, guys. So the idea of this or the plan with this live call was to basically answer some of your questions, if you have any, of course, about nootropics, about biohacking, about brain hacking, well, those kind of things. Um, I also prepared a couple of stuff for you guys. So of course, I'll be happy to share some amazing things with you we've been working on. Because yeah, we've been working on some really cool stuff, and I think this will help you improve your brain performance, and that's why we are here. That's why your Inception exists. So one thing I want to mention is that, well, actually, quite soon the redesign of our website will be finished. Um, and yeah, we've been working on this really hard, and I hope you're gonna like it. It's a big redesign, and yeah, we wanted to make our appearance a bit more professional, and yeah, that's why we did it. Another thing is we are working on an online course about brain hacking. This will be the best online course you will see. It will cover everything from the limitless brain boosters, as we call nootropics, and other stuff. I don't want to share this with you right now, but a lot of stuff will be in the course. We'll talk about optimizing your diet, about optimizing your sleep, about biohacking in general, and much more. And yeah, it will be quite interesting once the course goes live, because yeah, it's a great course and it will help you improve your performance. So if you're interested, just you can subscribe on our old website, and you will be informed when the course goes live. So nootropics and biohacking. Well, if you have any questions, feel free to ask the questions, and I'll try to reply them as soon as possible and help you out with the problems you may have. Maybe you are trying a certain routine. Maybe you are trying any kind of nootropics, anything like that. I mean, that's why I'm here, to help you out. Basically, that's the whole goal. By the way, I'm not sure if you knew, but we have a special Facebook group called Brain Hackers. Effective hacks for improved brain performance. So brain hackers, you can go there. It's a closed Facebook group, but my team will let you in if you answer a couple of questions right, and they're not really hard questions, so it shouldn't be too hard. I want to live forever. When can we hack that? Well, if you ask Dave Asprey, well, he would tell you you can already live, well, not forever, but for quite some time. But if you ask me, I think we're too early to say that we have a technology and the know-how that would help us live forever. But if you optimize your lifestyle, which means eat mainly plant-based foods, high quality, non-processed foods, if you sleep enough, and if you take the right anti-aging nootropics and supplements, um, of course there are things you can do. Control your stress, meditate, do breathing exercise, and that kind of things. But if you do those things, I mean, you have really good foundation for a long life, long and quality life. And that's what I do. That's what many people do. I mean, I do have some gray hairs now. I just noticed them a couple of days ago. But apart from that, yeah, I'm feeling pretty young. And let's see what happens. By the way, why do you want to live forever? Um, like this, seriously want to live forever, or like for like 150 200 years, or yeah, What's in the game for you? By the way, I think there's a bit of a delay here between me speaking and getting the comments. That's how I see it. Not a big deal. So, a couple of hacks I want to share with you today. Some really cool stuff. Now, if you want to boost your brain performance, which I guess most of you here want to do that, um, obviously taking nootropics is one thing that I recommend. But with nootropics, is like this: if your baseline performance is really bad, um, then of course it's hard to expect any kind of amazing benefits with nootropics or from nootropics. But if your baseline performance is really good, then of course nootropics um, can have an even bigger impact on your performance. The problem is that most people that reach out to me or to your Inception is that their baseline performance is not that good, so they don't sleep well, they don't take care of their diets, they're under severe stress, those kind of things, very typical for modern. It's a very modern lifestyle, and then they expect some amazing benefits um, from nootropics. They think like nootropics will solve all those problems. Well, they won't, because that's not what nootropics are. Not even smart drugs can't help in the long term. They can in the short term, of course, but in the long term, yeah, don't expect too much. So before you even consider taking nootropics and nootropic supplements, personally, I would take care of my diet, my sleep, control the stress, do some meditation, do some breathing exercises, take cold showers, the basic things, the basic biohacks that are really effective. And once your general performance improves, then of course you are ready to um, to take nootropics, and not just take them, but expect amazing benefits. Because if you spend money on nootropics, you want to get amazing benefits. By the way, Leon, if that's, I don't know if that's how you pronounce your name, but yeah, I agree. One lifetime is not enough. I mean, we all have so many, or we all want to do some really amazing stuff, right? So I'm also curious about living to 150 to 100 maybe. Let's see what happens with technology. Let's see how new know-how help us live longer. Well, what if I take a supplement? I don't feel anything. Yeah, that's a really good question. I was actually hoping someone will answer will ask me that today. Here's the thing: it depends on what you take. All right. So if you take certain nootropics that have more like long-term effects and benefits, I'm thinking lion's mane mushroom, for example. If you take lion's mane mushroom, nothing will happen in the short term. You won't feel anything, right? It's like you'll take the mushroom, you'll take like 500 milligrams, 1 gram, up to 3 grams you can take, and you won't really know like you took anything at all. Like it's nothing's gonna happen. You won't be more focused. At least the majority of people will not feel any effects, right? And what does that mean? Like, does lion's mane mushroom doesn't work? Well, not at all. I mean, it's a really effective nootropic. The thing is that some nootropics have like long-term effects. What does that mean? They impact your brain, so they provide crucial nutrients like choline compounds, like acetylcholine, alpha GPC, or phosphatidylserine. They provide crucial nutrients for neurons to operate properly, or for neurotransmitters to um, be balanced in the right way, right? So some of those nootropics don't really give any kind of short-term effects. So it's almost impossible to feel anything. But some nootropics are really effective, right? Still, so they provide the crucial elements that are needed for optimal brain performance. You just don't feel the effects. And in this case, of course, if you're taking the right nootropics and the right quality of nootropics, you should continue taking them. There's certain like we have like a thing called nootropic portfolio, and I'm going to share this in the online course like in details. It takes an hour or so for explanation, but you have like fundamental nootropics, and some fundamental nootropics don't really do anything. It's not like you feel anything happening, but they're like so crucial for optimal performance. Whereas the other part of portfolio, which are more aggressive nootropics, those are the nootropics that give you the short-term effects, like bacopa monnieri, like rhodiola, like I don't know, L-tyrosine, huperzine A is like that. All right. So nootropics are not just for people with brain disabilities. They can be beneficial for those people, but they're really good for just healthy individuals who want to improve their performance. Do not expect, of course, from nootropics to give you this magical kind of a like limitless performance. You probably saw the movie Limitless, right, with Bradley Cooper. That's not what nootropics will do. There are no such nootropics out there. If there's something like that, it's not a nootropic. It's called a drug, right? And it's not a nootropic at all. But some nootropics will give you the short-term effects, and some will not give you. So it really depends from what you take. If you have ADHD or if you have ADD, of course, then there are certain nootropics that will help you in the short term, but there are certain nootropics like omega-3. You have to take lots of omega-3 if you have ADD, or even if you don't have ADD. Omega-3 is like kind of one of those fundamental nootropics or supplements that everyone should take, in my opinion, which is based on lots of scientific research. Whereas, so if you take omega-3, you won't probably feel any kind of effects, like your brain won't work better, but or you won't feel that, but actually it will work better. That's the funny thing. You don't have any deficiencies in the brain. Yeah, that's great. Great to know that. So in this case, like if you're feeling well, otherwise, if you're satisfied with your performance, you just have to take certain basic nootropics that support your brain health. And that's basically it. You don't have to take any kind of additional nootropic supplements or other kind of supplements, because you probably won't benefit from them. I'd like something for studying and not getting high. Well, what do you mean for studying? Do you mean for being able to stay focused for a longer period, or something for memory? What are you searching for specifically? I can help you out with some tips. I will check out the movie you mentioned. Haven't seen it. Limitless. Yeah, it's the Limitless movie. Really good one. So, for example, like for studying, like the first thing that pops up is L-theanine. So the amino acid, very simple compound. I mean, very popular one. Very effective one for studying. It makes you more focused. It makes you calm down a bit. So a great nootropic to start with for studying. L-tyrosine, another amino acid, the precursor of dopamine, definitely worth checking out. Then you need acetylcholine or alpha GPC. I'm a big fan of acetylcholine because I'm based in Europe, as you probably know, or as you can hear from my accent. And here, alpha GPC is illegal. Therefore, we go for acetylcholine. In particular, we take cognizin. And also, studies show that cognizin is probably even better than alpha GPC. So those are some of the nootropics that won't make you high in any way. If they do, then you probably took something else. But they will support your studying, and they're pretty affordable for sure. You can check. I think it's Qualia Focus or Qualia Essentials. I'm not sure. I don't want to promote the brands right now in this live, but I'm a big fan of Neurohacker Collective. So Qualia Essentials, I think it's called. This is kind of one of the supplements I recommend for students, because it's slightly more affordable than the premium version, and it has everything in that it needs to be in. Would it be worth taking uridine? I guess you mean uridine monophosphate if you have a high choline diet instead of supplementing it. So uridine is found in beer, among other drinks. I don't know if you knew this, and in breast milk. I recently said in the video, if you drink a lot of beer, you probably have high levels of uridine monophosphate, but if you drink lots of breast milk, you probably have lots of problems. So would it be worth taking uridine? Yes, I think it will be. It would be. Why? Even if you have a high choline diet. So I wouldn't particularly recommend eating a high choline diet. Well, you need to get enough choline, which is for a healthy male about 550 milligrams, and for women about 450 milligrams. That's what we know so far. I talked to some experts in nutrition, and they said, well, the research is kind of a vague on that, and maybe we need slightly less choline. Well, we are not sure yet. We'll figure out. But yes, take uridine monophosphate. This is a building block of RNA and DNA, among other things. It's really good for cognition and for learning. It aids synaptic function. So yeah, highly recommend supplementing it. A low dosage though. Don't go too much. Like, with nootropics, do not just take a very very high dosage, because you may think like taking a higher dosage is better. It's generally not, especially if you take a nootropic for a longer period, which I recommend. Just take a lower dosage. Like, if the recommendation, like for uridine monophosphate, the recommended daily dosage is like, I think 500 milligrams to 1,000 milligrams, something like that. But if you take it for a longer period, just take a lower dosage, like 250 milligrams to 500 milligrams, something like that will be much better. Just not to have it too much in your system for a longer period. All right. Is it safe to stack Bacognize with alpha GPC? So Bacognize, for those who don't know, this is a Bacopa monnieri extract. Yes, absolutely. I just check it out here. Just something. All right. Yeah. So absolutely, you can stack it out. Actually, I recommend stacking it up. So you have choline with alpha GPC. Then you take some Bacopa monnieri. So you have really good stack for memory and performance and so on. So yeah, just go for it. Any good caffeine alternatives? I grew tired of yerba mate. Actually, I have here yerba mate, kombucha, and theacrine. What else is out there? I have a video actually on that. Let me search for it. And I want to share this with you. Give me a second. I'm just checking caffeine. It's coffee alternatives, I think. So I have usually I say yerba mate. I prefer yerba mate, but green tea is great as well. Wait, I'll just share the video here, and you can check it out later on. Here we go. I'm thinking, what else is there instead of yerba mate? Well, I mean, green tea. It's a great caffeine alternative. I mean, it has some caffeine, so it's a great coffee alternative. It has some caffeine in, but not too much. That's good. Kombucha, I don't see it as a real alternative, but it's great drink. Cacao. Oh, yes, cacao. Is it? That's how you pronounce it? Or cocoa? Cacao. I think it's cacao. That's a great alternative. Cacao will give you the energy, because it contains theobromine, another nootropic. So go for it. How many days until modafinil takes its full effect? It should be immediately. So in a couple of hours or even less, for modafinil to take its full effect. So if you don't feel any effects after a couple of days, you probably are somewhat intolerant, or, well, not intolerant. You don't really get the effects from modafinil, which is pretty rare, but it happens. Or another thing is, you don't have a real modafinil at home, especially if you order it online. So, or maybe you take a too low dosage. So check it out. How powerful is L-tyrosine for focus? Well, it depends. But the thing is with L-tyrosine is you probably get enough from food. So if you get enough, then you don't need to supplement it. So if you then supplement it, your focus won't really improve, right? In this case, it's not effective. But if you don't get enough from food, which is I think impossible to test, so you kind of have to supplement it for a while and see how it works. In this case, it can be can have quite a big impact, because it's the precursor of dopamine, and it can enhance or increase your dopamine levels, and as such, it can make you more alert and focused, because that's what dopamine does. So if you're not sure, just try it out. With L-tyrosine, you can go with a low dosage. Let me check it out here. I think the recommended dosage is like 500 milligrams to 2 grams. Yeah. So go with 500 milligrams for a short period. See how it works on you. Then you can increase the dosage to 1 gram, maybe 2 grams at the end, and see if it benefits you. That's the easiest way to try how it works on you. But in theory, it's pretty effective for attention. There was one study done on kids, or was it people with ADHD? So I'm not sure. Either were kids or people with ADHD, and it improved ADHD symptoms quite quickly. And they were given like 1.5 grams to about 3.5 grams. So yeah, so it improved attention in people with ADHD. So that's quite cool. All right. Yerba mate is what my grandma took. I'm thinking something more sophisticated. Sophisticated for, yeah, cacao, as I said before. So I hope you pronounce it cacao. I'm not sure now. Well, I'll just write down. I'm sorry for that, actually. So that's like cacao. Like if you drink raw cacao, well, you buy like a high quality cacao, with it's gonna boost your brain performance quite quickly, for sure. Brother, I'm 20. I'm a medical admission candidate. Great job. I want to take some brain supplements. Which one would be best? Well, tell me, what's your monthly budget? That's a good starting point. And based on your budget, I can give you some recommendations. Sophisticated, like laboratory developed. Yeah, I know what you mean. Sophisticated. Well, I mean, obviously, here you should consider taking some top quality nootropics. So if you have unlimited budget, honestly, my best. So I recommend taking Qualia Mind at the moment. And if you go on my video review of Qualia Mind, you can find on my channel. There's so you could get a special. You can use a special discount code, your Inception, and get some discount. But yeah, Qualia Mind is the best right now. I've tried every single nootropic supplement in the market, and it's still the best. But if your budget is $20, then you cannot buy Qualia Mind with $20. If your budget is $20, then you have a bit of a problem, because you can't really buy a quality nootropic supplement. In this case, with $20, I would probably try to get. Well, it kind of depends on what's your main goal. I mean, honestly, I would just buy omega-3, because it's like, and maybe some choline, so alpha GPC or citicoline. If you can get for this money, that's like a good starting point, because it's like, it really does make sense to, for example, take like specific, like uridine monophosphate or huperzine A, or those more advanced nootropics, right, with such a low budget, okay, without taking care of the basic performance that you get by for example, supplementing omega-3, right? So with $20, yeah, some choline and some omega-3, that's a good starting point. Your opinion on omega-3 versus krill oil for Fremont use? Algae. Go for algae. Man, I mean, that's where fish gets omega-3, from algae. Fish don't really make omega-3. Most of it, they get it from algae. So I would just go for algae omega-3 oil. That's the best you can get. High in EPA and DHA. That's it. Go buy powder cacao for $20. Yeah, that's a good one. I'll manage somehow. Which one will be best? Well, so if you still want to buy with like 20, 30, $40 a good nootropic supplement, I'm thinking what's the cheapest out there that it's so good. Well, I mainly recommend Qualia Focus. Check Qualia Focus. That's a good one and pretty affordable. What do you recommend taking with modafinil? What in terms of what other nootropics, or what did you have in mind? Let me know and I'll answer that. Bromotain. No, I never tried Dynamine. What is Dynamine? I don't know what that is. I'll have a look right away. Dynamine. Oh yeah, I know what this is. I heard it. It's like it's a teacrine. So I tried teacrine or teacrine, I guess, which is similar to Dynamine. Yeah, those compounds are pretty new. Probably pretty effective. Works similar to caffeine. Usually without the side effects. The problem I have with those compounds is usually the lack of research, especially the long-term research on a healthy population. That's some things. That's one thing that bothers me a bit. Will taking supplements increase blood flow improve cognitive performance since you're providing the brain with more blood? Will taking supplements increase blood flow? Yes, 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 exactly. It should. That's the point. If you take ginkgo biloba, the famous memory nootropic, which is everything but a memory nootropic because it doesn't improve memory in healthy individuals, but it does increase blood flow, so blood flow to the brain, and therefore it may improve your mood or well-being or even increase your focus a bit. So it improves your cognitive function a bit, but not memory. Under what substances are you on right now? Bro, nothing. I am clean. Uh, I'm as clean as someone can be. Yeah, I didn't take anything. I drank some tea before. That's basically it. And it's like 6 p.m., 5:30 here, and I've been working since like 7 in the morning, 6 in the morning actually. We got a lot of snow yesterday during the night, so I had to remove the snow from the road, or I guess there's a better expression than this. Yeah, whatever. And I have tons of energy. Yeah, if you're eating healthy, if you're taking care of your body and your brain, I mean, you'll have tons of energy. So, and there's one hack. I think I showed it sometime. Well, let me show it to you. I have this light from company Bayer. I bought it. There's no affiliate deal behind it, and it's like pretty bright light. I'm using this, or I have been using this for the past couple of months, mainly to increase my or improve my attention and alertness in the morning because there's no sunlight in the morning. It's pretty dark here where I am right now. And I use this light to kind of activate those melanopsin ganglion cells, the cells you have in the retina, and those cells activate your circadian rhythm or reset your circadian rhythm. And this is a really good hack, very affordable light, and works really well. And if you use it, I see a massive difference in my performance throughout the day. Um. So, Ian, if you take modafinil, I wouldn't take anything with modafinil, man. I mean, it's really dangerous for me to say anything here. Modafinil is a drug, right? It's not a nootropic. It's a prescription drug used for sleep narcolepsy and sleep apnea and those kind of things. So, I mean, I take it now and then, but I don't take anything with it. I do drink a cup of coffee, but it's it's really strong. So I wouldn't recommend doing that. Also, do you see an adaptation to phenylpiracetam? No idea, because well, the thing is with racetams, I'm not a big fan of racetams. There's just too little research for me personally. Better to be safe than sorry with those stuff. But yeah, but I think with all racetams, you will get adapted to them. So the effects will kind of decrease in the future. So be careful. That's why it's important to cycle nootropics. All of the nootropics, 5 days on, 2 days off. I took ginkgo biloba for a week, no good results. Yes. Okay, one important thing, guys. Since you've been following with me for a while, I guess. If you're testing a new nootropic, this is a really important hack I want to share with you. Do not take them just for a week and say, they don't work or they work, whatever. Please, if you spend like 10, 20, 30, 40 bucks on a particular nootropic, just take it like for the whole month or maybe 2 months. All right. Not because I will have anything out of that. I'm not going to make any commissions from that. I'm not going to make any money, whatever. It is about you. So it takes some time to really feel the effects of all nootropics, right? So yeah, just take them for a bit longer before you judge its effects. I do the same thing. I just don't buy a nootropic and take it for like 2 days. And I say, maybe it works, maybe it doesn't work. I'm not sure. I just take it for a longer period to really see how it impacts my performance. Like Bacopa monnieri, Brahmi, right? Scientifically, studies show that it takes 8 to 12 weeks to get the memory benefits. So no effects were noticed before, right? but after 8 to 12 weeks, yeah, they notice the effect on memory. So that's why this is important. All right, I take a complex mushroom supplement, all types with linosmane in high dose and DR. Yeah, love it, love it. Um, mushrooms are really good. Like magic mushrooms are even better. No, I'm joking. But lionsmane mushroom and reishi and yeah, some other mushrooms, they're really really beneficial. Especially because they're anti-inflammatory, they help with neuroprotection, neuroregeneration, and those kind of things. So they mainly have long-term benefits. They can improve your immune system, and they're really good at doing that. The best time to take them doesn't really matter. I think you can take them in the morning or in the evening. I personally take them in the morning. I take most nootropics in the morning, but I think it doesn't really matter. What are SAMIs? You just heard of them yesterday. Well, you can go on examine.com and have a look. But basically, amino acids for mainly improving mood. That's kind of and decreasing depression and so on. Yeah, pretty cool stuff. Okay. Which type of diet do you recommend? Well, so with diet, I don't want to make anyone angry, but personally, I am on a mainly plant-based diet. Because I feel the best on it, and because that's how I got rid of my autoimmune diseases that I had, and mainly because it has been scientifically proven that people who are on the plant-based diet, mainly plant-based diet, live the longest and have the best cognitive performance. That's why people in Okinawa and some other places in the blue zones can still make a surgery at 100 years old and so on. I'm not saying I'm against meat, but or animal-based products, but personally, I just don't like them too much. So whatever you do, if you eat mainly plant-based with some other fats, if you want to, that's fine, and some protein, um, you will be good because most experts recommend it anyway. Recommend it. Could you elaborate on what you think is the difference between a drug and a nootropic? Yeah, of course. So a nootropic is by definition a compound that does not leave any kind of side effects, right? By definition. Um, when the nootropic term was first formed in the 1970s, that's how it was. So if you take a nootropic, let's say rhodiola rosea, at a recommended dosage, so this means like 50 to a couple of 100 grams per day, nothing will happen. No side effects should occur for the majority of people. If you take a drug like modafinil and you take it daily for like 10 days, 14 days, 1 month, you will suffer from severe headache, nausea, and other issues, maybe sleep issues and so on. So that's the difference. Well, that's a short difference. There's a longer one. But yeah, that's kind of the main thing. What's the best nootropic to improve or repair general cognitive decline? Uridine monophosphate, choline. What else? Lansman mushroom, phosphatidylserine. I'll take those. What's the best nootropic to prevent arguments between spouses? Gosh, I'm not sure there's any. There are no such strong nootropics out there. Is ginkgo biloba really effective for good memorizing? No, it's not. If you're a healthy individual, ginkgo biloba is not good. Instead, take bacopa monnieri. That's good. I also take bacopa, rhodiola, tangatali, ginkgo, ashwagandha, blah, blah, blah. Really good stuff. Multivitamins, not that good. Vitamin C, vitamin D3. How should I take all these supplements? Take them in the morning. Wait, bacopa and ashwagandha and magnesium you can take in the afternoon. Other stuff you can take in the morning with food. And that's basically it. Tangat Ali, yeah, don't take it too often. Try L-tyrosine, yeah. When taking Lansman, do you need to take the 8-1 version? 8 to 1. If you need to take it, actually, I've been asked this question before, and we had this discussion recently. I don't know actually. It's better to take 8 to 1 ratio, but even 1 to 1 seems to be good. You can go on Nootropics Depot. That's my favorite store for nootropics. Let me see what they're selling right now, because the studies have been confused, or there's just not enough study. So you have 8 to 1 and just a normal extract here, I think. Yeah, let me see it. Yeah, I mean, again, if you get 8 to 1, it's better for sure. But the other one is good as well because you get the whole mushroom. That's the point. Can you say something about taking nootropics and cannabis? Yeah, I mean, look, cannabis. So THC will destroy your brain. That's what it's gonna do. Well, CBD not, but THC, yes. Does that mean like so you're taking something? It's like accelerating a car and braking at the same time. You take the nootropics to accelerate the car, and then you take THC to brake at the same time. Why would you do that? I wouldn't. I eat a lot of meat and spinach, broccoli, so lots of veggies and a lot of meat. Yeah, why not? If this works for you, go for it. Yeah, I don't take action that they I just taking that because it me better than Gabriel's. Get it. Last minute for the brain is amazing. It changed everything for me. Thank God. Good to hear that. Thank you, dear. Yeah. Well, I'm just honest. Zina. Sorry, I don't know how to pronounce the name. But yeah, I'm really like, I wouldn't do this. Like, why would you? Why would you try to do those things at the same time? Why would you take THC? If you want to take drugs, there are better drugs out there for your brain. I mean, do you think your nootropics is a good supplier? What is your nootropics? Can you send me the link, please? I'll have a look. Stay off the cannabis. It's gonna mess you up. Hell yeah, you're right. What do you think about Bacoma and Bacopa? Is it good? Yeah, it is. Bacoma is good, really good. All the branded nootropics, like Bacoma, like Cognizant, and so on, are generally really good. Thanks, dude, for holding this Q&A. For sure, man. I'm gonna do this more often now. Um, I just yeah, I'm gonna do this more often for you guys. Cool, cool, cool. Yeah. You know what I did like a couple of days ago? It was like 6, 7 p.m. and I made yerba tea. We talked about it before. And I just drank it at like 7 p.m. accidentally. And it was like 11 p.m. I went to bed. I wanted to fall asleep. I couldn't till 4 in the morning. I was so don't drink yerba in the afternoon. Never. Pure nootropics is good. Yeah, I thought there was no pure nootropics, but pure nootropics is good. I recommend it. Would you recommend growing your own lion's mane, or just better to get a supplement? I mean, if you have the resources. I don't know how lion's mane is grown. Honestly, I haven't even talked about this or see it anywhere. But of course, if it's possible to do it, yes, it's possible. And if you have the resources, why not? But I mean, lion's mane that you get in the supplements, it's usually pretty high quality, so I wouldn't worry about it. Hi, it's good to mix theanine, citicoline, caffeine, and acetyl L-tyrosine. It's a good combo. Go for it. Caffeine, if you need it, but other stuff, really cool. I've always had memory issues really bad, and what do you recommend to enhance short-term and long-term memory? Bacapa Moneri, Brahmi, the best in terms of nootropics, and then you need to take phosphatidylserine and some choline. This is like the basics, and omega-3. If yeah, this is also important, and then work on your memory, like dual and back game, dual and back. I'll send you the link. Do this exercise like 10 minutes a day. That will improve your memory quite quickly, for sure. I had some issues with memory. Lion's mane was a game changer for me. Yeah, good to hear. Lion's mane is good. Not necessarily for improving memory, but many people report it, which is kind of cool. So, what are your thoughts on nicotine? Pretty cool. Pretty cool. It's a pretty potent nootropics for focus. It makes you more relaxed and really focused. So yeah, good thing. Did you get good results with the one-to-one lancement as well? To be very honest, I was taking both extracts and I do not remember. So the thing is with lancement mushroom is like this. As I said, you don't really get the short-term effects. Because of that, it's really hard to say which one is better in terms of which one is more potent or which one works better for you. So it's hard to say. But yeah, 8-to-1 is better. From all nootropics, which ones should we definitely stop taking after a while and restart for better effects, and which ones are best when taken every day? So every day, omega-3, choline, phosphatidylserine. Yeah, that's kind of everyday stuff. Now and then, huperzine A, because of its long half-life, you shouldn't take it daily. Then the amino acids like L-tyrosine and so on, you probably don't need to take them daily, so it's better to cycle them. Ashwagandha and all the nootropics for stress and stuff like this, it's better to take them for a short period, like maybe do a 3-month cycle and stop taking them and repeat the cycle. So yeah, that's something you shouldn't take daily. Probably, it's better to do it like this. St. John's wort as well. I have a list here of nootropics. I'm looking at it, not to miss anything. But if you have a particular nootropic in mind, like ginseng, you can take ginseng daily. Yeah. I just read that bacopa and lancement have a synergistic effect when they're used together. Where did you read about that? I don't really know about the synergistic effect. But I'm sure there could be some. I just don't remember what could the effect be. Does lancement help with neurogenesis? Yes. It increases the NGF mRNA levels. So they're seen in the hippocampus, and it's there was in my study showed the neuronal regrowth, so the regrowth of neurons. So that's what lancement can do. Any movie recommendations about the ancient nootropics and psychedelics? I don't watch that many movies. I'm sorry about that. Ancient nootropics. Yeah, that must be some movies about plants. Like, you know what? I don't know any specific movies. Sorry, but check for movies about Ayurvedic medicine or Ayurveda medicine. That's where you should find some good stuff and learn more about ancient nootropics. If you only had to pick one nootropic, which one would it be? Omega-3, for sure. Yes, Cars 2 and Toy Story 4. Oh yeah, Toy Story is the best. The best about psychedelics. Like, yeah. What I'm getting is go to any go to any supplier and start there. Yeah, for sure. I mean, yeah. Did I miss any questions here? Let me check it out. We'll do this for 2 more minutes, and then I'm off, and we will repeat it again very soon. If you want to. If you don't want to, it's in you. Let me know. Should we do such a live again? If you want to, we can. You can prepare some more questions about biohacking in general or about brain hacking. And I'll answer those questions to you, help you out for sure. Opinions on gasoline? I drink the stuff. Well, please stop drinking it. That's my opinion. Stop drinking it right away. I haven't heard that someone is drinking gasoline. All right, guys. That's the last question I'm gonna answer today. Which nootropics help with repairing brain from addiction? Would lancement help? Great question. Lancement, Let me think. Yeah, it could help with addiction, but I don't think it's the best nootropic for that. You know what? Just send me an email to greg@yourinception.com, please, and I'll have a look. I don't know right now which nootropics are good, because I haven't been doing much of research on that, or at least not many people ask me that. So just send me an email. I'll have a look, and I will send you some great nootropics. Um, I'm just thinking. So some strong antioxidants should do the work. Um, but yeah, so just send me the link. I'll have a look, or send me the email. I'll think about it and send you the list. All right. Please note the movie name Seven Sense and look. Yeah. All right, that's a good one. Cool, guys. All right. Thank you for that. I hope you learned something new. Um, Again, we can do this more often. Just prepare the questions about nootropics, about biohacking, about brain hacking, mainly about brain performance, because that's what we're all about. I wish you a good day. Um, and yeah, let's catch up soon. By the way, a new video is coming out, a very interesting one, in a couple of days. I don't want to promote my videos, but I definitely think you should check this one because it's going to be quite interesting. Cool. Um, Stay well, and let's catch up soon. See you.